Hi Tubies, Paul here and welcome to our channel where we share, comment and opinionate on some of the things I love, such as music and films with a horror bias. So our goal is to share and introduce our favourites to our friends and uncover some hidden gems we've yet to discover, hopefully with your help. So please join us on this journey of building our channel and community and becoming part of the Groovy gang and help us reach our 1000 subscriber milestone. Okay, so what are we going to do on this one? I think we're going to do a bit of the Animals, House of the Rising Sun. Be rude not to. I am familiar with this, very familiar with this track. Love this track. So, be a good one to review. Pull it apart, put it back together. Let's see what we like, what we don't like, and all the rest of it. So, without further ado, let's jump in and give it a listen. Sorry, just straight off the bat. It's one of those, as soon as it kicks in, you know what it is straight away, don't you? Just that riff on the guitar. A few guitars myself, and it's one of the tracks that I did try and learn to play, and I wasn't too bad on it, to be honest. But recent injury with a hand and a saw table that don't mix. I think my guitar playing days are over unless I get a left-handed one. I'll leave it at that then. As well, his voice, absolute legendary voice, and very lucky enough actually to see him 23 years ago, I think it would be, purely by chance. We were on a Disney vacation in Florida and in Epcot, where they have like, depending on the time of the year, they have some of the old groups and old bands playing, and Eric Burdon was one of them. I think he played 3 or 4 sets throughout the day. Absolute fantastic. A little daughter at the time, she was just running down the front and he was singing to her. I think this was the track actually, he was actually singing to her. Oh, brilliant, absolute brilliant. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. In God, I know I'm one. Oh, nice bass. As I say, I've listened to this quite a few times, but I've never really actually taken notice of the lyrics, if I'm totally honest. So I'm just, House of the Rising Sun. It sounds like it's a bit of a house of ill repute sort of thing. Gambling dens. It sounds like it's a place that, depending where your morals and ethics lie, whether you want to go or whether you don't want to go. Yeah, but yeah, starting to unfold really nice. And like say, Eric Burdon, his voice, he just bounce it out without breaking a sweat. Again, such a talent, such a talent. Just before it gets into this part, obviously Eric Burdon, the singer of the group, know him, but I have no clue who the other members of the group are. I really haven't. One thing as well that really stands out for me in this track is obviously Eric Burdon, his voice. It's a really distinctive voice. Like I say, he can belt a tune out without breaking a sweat. But unusual as well for a track like this. Rather than, a lot of tracks have a guitar solo, drum solo. It's like a keyboard solo. I think it is quite unusual, isn't it, for a lot of music tracks, really, for maybe the keyboard solo to sort of steal the show. I know there are a handful out there, but this one in particular is very, very distinctive. I know it's as well the drum player got such an unusual style, and it almost sort of flicking the drumstick on that is it hi-hat? You'll just have to excuse me, my ignorance of the drum set. I have got a drum set at home. I never play it. So I'm just guessing it. Is it a hi-hat, that symbol? Again, please educate me and let me know in the comments below. So sorry, just going back to that, I think that part on that organ is almost as iconic as the actual rip itself on the guitar, I feel. For me, you can't really pick either or out. Let me just look at them as well. What would they be? Early 20s back then? Can't been that old. Typical sort of style as well back in the day, like the part of the like the British Invasion, the Searchers, the Beatles. Who's the other one that just comes to mind? Hermits. They all sort of styled and sort of pretty much look the same, don't they? Very clean cut, Boy Next Door sort of look. Totally different to groups and bands today. It was just pure talent back then, wasn't it? It was literally plug and play. They didn't need to dress outlandish or do silly stunts or whatever it might be. Have the dozen backing dancers on the stage and all the rest of it to try and accompany the song because it's maybe missing something. You get what you see. So you just plug in and away you go. It is just pure talent. No auto tune, nothing. Say a lot of the bands, a lot of the groups of today just wouldn't be able to live with groups of yesterday. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure you got your own. We can agree to disagree, but I'd love to know your comments. There we go. Tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. So take it, again, just trying to listen to the lyrics a little bit closer, is to House of the Rising Sun, where sounds to me as though he's clearly got a gambling problem and one thing and another, and maybe he's overcome that problem, but then all of a sudden he's sort of gone back into the old ways. Is that where he's going back to the House of the Rising Sun to wear that ball and chain? That sort of, I think that's sort of where that means, isn't it? So he's sort of shackled to the addiction. In as we wind down. I just noticed then that drummer always ends up right at the back, don't they? They always get a bit of a rough deal, the drummers. So they're sort of, yeah, out of sight, out of mind sort of thing. But, yeah, oh, what a track. What a track. Let me know your thoughts. If you get any memories of when you first heard this or anything, have anyone been lucky enough to see the Animals perform as they were as a group back in the day? As I say, I've been lucky enough to see just Eric Burdon. Put your comments in there, the other members of the group. Just going back to the solo on that organ. Probably one of the others that come anywhere near close to that. I'm just trying to think now. Is it Procol Harlem? White a shade of pale, like an organ. Like sort of a solo on there. That'll be a track that we'll be reacting to shortly. That's the only one I can sort of think of that's on par with this. But yeah, really enjoyed listening to that again. Hopefully you have. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments down below. I'm going to love you and leave you all now. So I'm out of here. Ta-ta for now, and I will see you on the next one.